It's Friday, November the 16th, and some of us are just now starting to arrive for a chapter outing here at Citico Creek in Monroe County, Tennessee. The weather's really nice. It's around 60, 58, 59, something like that. I just now got here. It's mid-afternoon, walking around, taking a look. It's a nice large campsite. Got a portatoy across the way. Right here where the road crosses over the creek. Got a rock bluff on the other side. Really nice location, really pretty creek. We'll do a little gold panning in here and see what we can find. I always find a little bit of color in here, but I've never found a really good spot so far. And the better spots may give up 15 or 20 colors if you work them hard enough, but got to be some better stuff in here. If I don't find the better stuff, at least it's going to be a good weekend, good weather, good scenery, and going to be a few more show up here in a little while. So I'm going to get my camp set up and get suited up, get down the creek. I know the water's cold, but I got the cure for that. So I'll be back in a little while with some more. Spent the last hour and a half or so panning gravel, different spots behind larger rocks, and I came up with about 5 small little speck deflect size pieces. So we've moved down kind of along the rock bluff you see on the far side and starting to pick up some bedrock. It's kind of deep in places for panning, and it is very cold water right now. But the bedrock starts to come up right there, and you kind of look down the creek, you can see another rock bluff down there. Very nice location. Waiting on everybody else to get here, but until they do, we're enjoying the scenery. Very steep terrain downstream from here. It's Saturday morning. Everybody's up and at it. Temperature's going up a little bit. It was down in the 20s last night, kind of cold. I didn't get cold because I brought the right equipment to stay warm, but anyway, it's starting to warm up a little bit, and it's a nice day, blue sky. Just a really nice location here. Right here at this bridge, as we looked at yesterday, there's a sheer rock bluff that the creek cuts its way through, kind of a knife edge, real thin at this point. A few thousand more years, I guess, will be eroded away, but you can kind of see the creek as it goes down. It'll make a hard left and go back around the back side of this rock wall. We got a few out looking around and learning, scouting the locations, and we got a few more on the way. A few have already come by and headed on upstream. Here in a little bit, we're going to get in the water and get the gloves on and see if we can find some gold. Not the easiest location in the world to find gold, but always find some, and I guess if we get enough people working at it, might find a little bit more. So for now, I'm going to get off of here and quit talking and get a little bite to eat and get in the creek in maybe another 30 minutes or so. The water's probably just above freezing. So we'll be back in a little while. Like any good mining adventure, we got food laying around. Bacon, eggs, cheese. Had some cheesy potato soup last night. You can see the leftovers from that. So have a bag full of cinnamon biscuits. Already had one of those, so now it's time to get some more bacon. I'm sure we'll have a little more. Got some coffee brewing over on the spot. Everybody's sitting around the fire. It's a little after 10, I guess. Starting to warm up enough to get in the water. So good weather and good food. How can you go wrong? I finally got what I would assume to be all the rest of the group in now. We've got a pretty good group. I think I counted 17, which is about what I had signed up on the forum. So it's turned into a rather nice day. It's still kind of cool, but it's very tolerable in the sun. Got a few down at the creek already, and haven't even hit the water yet, and it's almost lunchtime. So we just finished breakfast. We're fixing to cook lunch. So I gotta get down there and work some of it off, find a little bit of gold. It's just a really nice location. Great place to camp. You could fit like dozens of campers in here of just about any size. No hookups or anything, but I don't ever use those anyway. So I'm going to shut up and get to work, find a little bit of color. Hopefully I'll find a piece or two big enough to actually get a little video of. Maybe not though. We'll see. Getting around 2 o'clock, getting about time to eat. Still got a couple of hardcore miners down there. Well, one anyway. You can see he's still working at it. I don't think he's found any yet, but sooner or later when they show up. For me, I've gotten 2 pieces so far. A decent sized flake and then a small fleck. Nothing really great so far gold-wise, but the weather's so good it really doesn't matter. It's a nice cold night and clear, lots of stars in the sky. Walking around checking out some of the stuff here. Really nice day. You don't get them like this all the time. Mid-November. So I'm gonna walk around here for a little bit, and if I see anything worth looking at, I'll shoot a little video of it. Walked over to the other side of the creek, and along this rock wall from the other side there are 2 kind of suspicious looking spots. Look like maybe a small hard rock prospect. I'm not going to be able to get a real good look at this from here because there's a nice head knocker hanging overhead. If you kind of look at it, it almost looks like it's man-made, though I could be wrong. I don't want to mess with that rock up there. It looks kind of loose. Look at it. It looks like it's been worked kind of vertically along. Maybe a vein structure, and it goes back in there a pretty good ways. Like I said, I'm not going to get back in there with that 150-pound rock hanging like it is. But, this doesn't look like a natural process, and you can kind of see the vein in the back. Kind of hard for me to tell if it's visible on the camera or not, but way in the back I can see the vein structure, so it does look like somebody was tracing this out. I have to get a bar and try to clear that before I go back in any further. It looks like there's another one a little further down from this. I'll go down there and take a look at that too, if I can get to it. This one's a little harder to tell. It certainly could be the process of mass wasting. Erosion created this. It's not quite as angular in there, but it does seem to follow a general trend of some quartz strainers machines that run across the bedrock through here, but it's really hard to tell. And I don't think it's all that safe being underneath that overhanging wedge. Probably not even right here. So I'm not going to get up in there and look at that. You can see it's a really nice area. Kind of hard to beat the scenery, even if the gold's not very good so far. Alright, here we have the best part of camping, food. Cheesy potato soup. For anybody that's watching that didn't come, see what you missed out on. I'm not going to throw any names out, of course. Evan. We're pretty well done for the day for mining and everything. Quite a few people are hanging around tonight. I'm not, unfortunately. I have to head back. Didn't get a whole lot of shots of mining because where I was, nobody was finding a whole lot of gold. And most everybody found a little bit of color. And I got a few flakes, but a couple of guys went upstream and one of them found a little picker up there. So I'll have to come back and do a little more investigation just upstream from the area. But I'll say we didn't get much mining footage today, just more of the outing in general, which was all good. But it's time for me to pack. It's getting around 5 o'clock and the sun's fading fast. You can see the moon up in the sky. It's going to be a cold night just like it was last night, but I don't mind the cold nights. I got the stuff for it. So anyway, I'm going to pack up and get out of here and call it a day. And we'll catch you the next time.